So I relax my body and I pour all my attention on every detail that I can see in your faces, since the face really counts. By the way, this is how we fall in love. We fall in love by paying really close attention to detail, especially the eyes. So, so it's good for lots of things, including learning to love people.
Well, that can be challenging sometimes.
What?
Loving people.
Yes, it can. It can be definitely challenging, especially when you're not face to face with them. It's a lot easier to not like people, be irritated with them. If you don't know them, they run you off in a car, or they're rude in an airport. That's hard, right? But with somebody that you're actually conversing with and you're getting to know, that's quite different, right? You're paying close attention. You guys do that, right? You guys pay close attention. I see you doing that here. Are you looking?
We try to. I mean, it depends on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, if you're driving, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, that'd be dangerous.
Or if I'm working on my laptop and he's on his, and then he interrupts me to tell me something about sports or video games, and I'm like, what do you want?
And he goes, what do you want? I'm doing something. Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested.
Yeah. Well, then I have to ask him, I'm like, okay, do you want me to stop what I'm doing and pay attention, or are you just talking?
Are you just talking?
Does it matter, like, if I listen or not? Because I can't be, if I'm working and he's talking, not paying attention.
It's very hard. My family, my daughter and my wife, we're all talkers, so it's very easy for each of us to interrupt each other. Okay, get a room. Interrupt each other while we're typing or writing, and so we have to remind each other all the time. I can't do both at once.
Yes. Yeah, because I want to listen to what you have to say, but then I feel irritated that I'm interrupted. So I have to close my computer and then look you in the eye and then
say,
I pay attention.
And then you can say, what do you want?
Yeah.
After the computer's closed.
Followed up by, that's what you made me close my computer for?
Right, exactly.
No, you can just see that in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't say it.
You don't have to say it.
One thing can I bring something up that a lot of people don't know, that there's lots of ways to revitalize feelings of exciting love, and one of those is joint attention. Like, come here, take a look at what I'm looking at, right? Mm-hmm. And what you're doing is you're trying to get the other person to appreciate the thing you're appreciating. The problem with that is that if it's done too much, it's irritating, because the person's requiring you to stop and then focus on what they're focusing on. Joint attention is best when you're like on a vacation and you're both looking at the beautiful scenery and you're both looking at it, and you turn to each other and you say, oh God, I love you so much. I'm so happy I'm here, right? That's proper joint attention. But there's another way to do it. Let's say you're on your computers. Let's say you're doing separate things, you're doing separate work, and suddenly, Chris, you come across something, I don't know, exciting. Could be anything. It could be relieving. But suddenly you're filled with a moment of goodness and brightness, and you could say to her, "Oh, come over and take a look at this."
Sounds like a kitty.
Or you could say, simply use that feeling and transfer it over to her and say, look over to her and say, "God, I love you." She doesn't have to know what excited you, just that you use your excitement and then you poured it over to her, so you both can share in it, and that's called a dopaminergic surge. You both get a hit off of that dopamine by sharing it, rather than saying, "Come over here, look at this." You know what I'm saying? It's a tip. A lot of people don't know how to do this, to use their personal excitement as a way the other person can use it as well, right?
Well, what he does is he forwards me the kitten video on Facebook, and then we both appreciate it.
There you go. Okay. If not at different times. Now, do you forward it to her while you're lying next to each other?
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh God, our society is really going to hell.
I know, right?
That's funny. No, I
don't agree.
But then last night, after we turned off our computers and we went to bed, we were looking in each other's eyes and talking for like at least an hour, I think, and having a great time. But while the computer was on, there's no way we could have enjoyed that. It would have just been an interruption.
Yeah, because you're doing what's called parallel play. Parallel play is you could be both doing the same thing, but you're in parallel motion, and that's fine. One thing, not for you, but for everybody else, you never want to do too much parallel play, over the course of months, right? You don't want to keep doing too much of that without the other, because people end up feeling really lonely. But for some reason, if we're in the same room together and we're always doing parallel play, we begin to experience what kids feel, and that is, there are people in the house, but no one's really with me. So I feel more lonely and alone because there are people here, but I'm not interacting. Nobody is making a bid for attention. So too much parallel play leads to loneliness, but everyone does it, and it's fine to do as long as you guys connect at times, right? As you know, connect at times.
We do actually. I multiple times throughout the night, because I was working. I was the one who didn't want to be overly interrupted, so Chris was just playing video games and whatnot.
Finding cute things.
And finding cute puppy videos and things, and so I kept checking in, like, are you okay? Are you feeling ignored? And I mean, he's an island, so he likes the parallel play. I think that's his preference.
Okay, first of all, is she right? She's calling you an island? That's something for you to admit. Is she actually right that you're an island?
No, she's what? Yeah, she's
okay.
Islandish.
Yeah,
islandish.